Welcome to the Evangelism Podcast. I'm Daniel King, and I am excited about telling people about Jesus. Today, I am in the nation of Ethiopia with my good friend, Per Akvist. Per, thank you for joining me on the Evangelism Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We have just completed a wonderful crusade in the city of Kemba.
Yeah.
We flew into Arbor Minch and then drove about 3.5 hours up into the mountains.
Yes,
and God did tremendous miracles.
Even in the rain, it was fantastic.
And the amazing thing is that Joshua Campaign, the organization that you lead here in Ethiopia, you have been doing crusades for 25 years now.
That's correct.
Across this nation.
Yes.
And so,
well, 15 under my leadership.
15 under your leadership. Before you, Carl Hargestum
Yes.
Founded Joshua Campaign.
Yes.
And Joshua Campaign has literally seen millions of people come to Jesus. Now, the reason that I wanted to talk to you today is because Joshua Campaign is launching a new project to prepare for the next 25 years
Correct.
of ministry. We think that God is working in mighty ways here in Ethiopia, and we want to be a part of it.
Wonderful. You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
And we've actually talked before about Joshua Campaign on the Evangelism Podcast.
Yes.
But today I really want to focus in and talk about this new sound system that Joshua Campaign is raising funds for. The sound system that you have, it was bought 25 years ago, and pieces of it have been replaced over the years.
And a lot of repair.
And a lot of repair. And even at this crusade, I was going and looking at some of the wires. They're duct taped, they are wrapped up together, and you have a small truck and a generator. Yes. that is pulled along with the truck, and then you have a platform. But really, it's become time that all of that needs to be replaced. Tell me some of the need of why.
As you said, the sound system is very well used. It's, I would say, it's good invested money. We have done so many crusades with this sound equipment, and of course, so much repairs as well. Today we have a good sound. But you see, you hear my voice as well. We use it with our own power as well. But the next step, we're celebrating now 25 years. And with the 25 years anniversary, we would like to inaugurate a new sound system. And we have something really good going on. And that's an investment of $100,000. We need to sell this truck that we have, buy a bigger one. The trailer is not good having, the generator is not good having on the trailer. It's a lot of accidents and things can happen on the Ethiopian roads. It's very special roads here. So we need to put the trailer on top of the generator on top of the truck. We need a larger truck in order to carry the new sound system. All in all, sound stage is also, it's a lot of cast irons, and it's very heavy for the boys to work with. And it's in general, all of our equipment is very old and very much used. The total amount that we are calculating on now with the new truck, with preparing a new stage, the sound, and a lot of details around, we're looking into a total cost of $170,000.
So $170,000, you're going to replace the platform, the sound system, and get a new truck to mount it all on.
Yes.
And that is a significant amount of money. But I was thinking about investing in the equipment that's needed for evangelism. Now, think about a church. I was thinking about this the other day. If you think about a church, most of the ministry that a church does happens inside the church building.
Yes.
And so churches will often do a capital campaign, and they will raise a lot of money in order to build a new building. And sometimes it can cost millions of dollars to build a new church building. And they ask their entire congregation to help to build the building, and people make commitments. And sometimes it takes a few years. They say, I will make a commitment of this amount every month for the next 3 years in order to help make it happen. Now, the reason that the ministry of a church invests in the church building is because the church building is where their ministry takes place.
And for members to have a comfortable place to sit and air condition and
Yeah. Now, for an evangelist, we don't minister in a church building. No. We go out on the dusty fields, and our ministry takes place on a platform. And so I really think that by investing in the infrastructure of evangelism, you can accomplish far more for God. Sometimes evangelists go to a nation and they rent a sound system just from the local music group, and it can cost a significant amount of money. I mean, they can spend up to $5,000-$6,000 per night just renting the sound system. But the benefit of owning the sound system is then you don't have all of that cost of renting. You own it, you can go and set it up, and at the drop of a hat, you can go anywhere that God tells you to go, anywhere that the door opens up. You can go set up the sound system, and very easily you can have a crusade.
It's a big harvesting machine.
It's a big harvesting machine. Now, the good news is that Joshua Campaign has been already given a significant gift
That's good
of
news.
$100,000.
That is really good news.
And it comes from the Everyone Fund, from Empowered 21. Everyone is a vision by Dr. Billy Wilson, who is the president of Oral Roberts University, and he leads Empowered 21. He's also the president of the World Pentecostal Churches right now. And God gave Dr. Billy Wilson a vision to reach everyone on earth with the gospel before 2033, so that every single person would have an authentic encounter with Jesus Christ through the power of the Holy Spirit before 2033, the 2,000-year anniversary of Pentecost.
Yes, and that vision connects so well with the Joshua Campaign. Our vision is one chance for every person.
One chance for every person. And so for 25 years, Joshua Campaign has been working here in Ethiopia, trying to give one chance for every person to hear the gospel.
And I would say in that context of Ethiopia, where you have seen such a great opening after the communism, Carl came in right there in the beginning, and I came 10 years later, and all in all, 25 years in a situation where the nation was almost unreached, totally unreached. Till today, you have it, out of 120 million people, you have about 20% evangelical believers, and we have been a part of that. And I can say that from our platform, and I'm trying to I don't want to be an evangelist that pulling numbers here and there, but literally millions of people. And moderate calculating, I believe around 4 million, it is about 4 million people have come to Christ from preaching on our platform. So I think it's good invested money.
So this investment of this new sound system over the next 25 years, it could potentially result in millions more people coming into the kingdom of heaven.
Absolutely.
And so for my listeners today, I want to invite you to invest in this sound system in the nation of Ethiopia. Yeah. And I have lots of evangelists who listen. I hope they will invest and then maybe even come here and preach with the sound system.
You're welcome. Give a seed money and God can open up the doors.
So we need $170,000. We have already had this grant of $100,000. So that leaves $70,000. And with that, we need to update the platform, update the sound system, buy a new truck. We are investing in the infrastructure of evangelism, because the platform is where the ministry takes place for an evangelist.
Exactly.
And so I want to ask you to give something to help out with this. Perhaps you could give $10,000, $20,000. The cost of the truck is going to be about $30,000. Maybe you're listening and God will put it on your heart to go ahead and invest and buy a truck for Joshua Campaign.
That's great.
And so we need your help. Anything that you want to give, you can contact me and at kingministries.com. Give me a call and I'll tell you how to invest. What's your website?
JoshuaCampaign.com. We have a PayPal account there. It's easy.
JoshuaCampaign.com. So if you want to give at JoshuaCampaign.com, you can. If you have a significant gift that you want to make sure that you wire it directly into the account, contact me or contact Brother Pear. And
we just opened up a new account in America as well. That information will be on the website as well.
Wonderful.
Further on.
So I want to ask you to please help us invest in the infrastructure of evangelism by putting money into the sound system. It makes every crusade way cheaper to do.
Yes.
And it makes it possible to do so much more for God. And we need to help Joshua Campaign, because right now the wires are held together with spit and duct tape, and they have been so faithful. Over 4 million souls have come to Jesus with the platform that they have now. And with this updated platform, I think we will be able to reach bigger crowds, more people, and the team will not have to be out there holding wires together in the middle of the lightning storm.
And it will be easier to work with. It's going to be line arrays, so it's going to be easier for them to work with. So everything going to be much smoother, and we're going to reach longer.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Evangelism Podcast. Brother Pear, I celebrate the great history of Joshua Campaign, and I look forward to see what God does in the next few years.
Wonderful. Pray for my throat. So.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Daniel King is on a mission to save 1 million souls a year, but he can't do it alone. Would you consider sowing a financial seed today? To give, please visit www.kingministries.com.